Hello and welcome to episode number 617 of Smart Podcast Trashy Books. I'm Sarah Wendell. With me is Amanda, and we have a little something special for you this week. Typically, every other week, we've been doing Romantic Times Rewind, but because there are so many extra Fridays in May, we're going to start our next Romantic Times Rewind episodes in June. This week, instead of Romantic Times Rewind, we have romance soundtracks. If you remember back in episode 611, we talked about the ads and features from the April 2005 issue of Romantic Times. And the whole back cover was an ad for romance soundtracks. Now, we tried to find them, but we were not able to. Malaraa, however, found a veritable treasure trove. We've got samples. We've got music that you're meant to read with. And Amanda's going to try to identify which genre/album the music samples were from. This is a journey. It's so much fun. We've got music samples. I cannot wait to share this episode. Thank you, Malaraa, for making this possible. This is going to be so much fun. Hello and thank you to our Patreon community, which is where Malaraa posted these original links. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A special hello to Crystal J, who is one of the newest members of our Patreon. If you've supported the show, thank you. You're keeping me going. You're making sure every episode has a transcript from Garlic Knitter, who's going to rock out doing this transcript. Hi, Garlic Knitter. And you're making sure that the work we do here is, well, continuing. Thank you. If you would like to join our Patreon, please have a look at patreon.com/smartpitches. Support for this episode comes from First Base by Allie Wiegand. Batter up, sports fans. I have a new audiobook to tell you about that I think you will love. Author Allie Wiegand has published a new sports romance called First Base. First Base is a super cute baseball romance with some epic fake dating between a major league sports photographer named Maggie and Tommy, a new member of the team equipped with a somewhat outrageous reputation. Tommy wants to clean up his public image and save his career, while Maggie, recently heartbroken, wants to stay in the stands, watching from behind her camera lens. But then a team outing leads to a compromising photo between Maggie and Tommy that goes very, very viral. And the two of them agree to a fake relationship to save both their reputations and their jobs. The PR department is all in favor of their hot new celebrity faux-mance, but behind the act, real feelings start to emerge, and Maggie and Tommy have to face their own pasts before they think about a real future. Maggie has already loved and lost, and Tommy's never learned to commit to anything beyond baseball. Can the two of them make it past first base? Fans online are raving about this book, saying it's super swoony, emotional, and lighthearted. Allie Wiegand's writing is intimate and really fun, and I could not stop listening. First Base by Allie Wiegand is available everywhere you buy ebooks and audiobooks: Kindle, Nook, Audible, Apple Books, etc. And did you know that if you are a premium Spotify subscriber, you can now listen to First Base on Spotify for free? Give it a listen. Just go to books.eighthnotepress.com/firstbase. That's books.eighthnotepress.com/firstbase. All right, are you ready to sample some romance soundtracks? Let's do this. On with the podcast. So on the back of the issue of Romantic Times in April 2005, so this was episode 611, we talked about romance soundtracks, which was a whole cover. It was a big full color ad. And we did a very cursory search while we were recording.
Couldn't find anything.
Could not find anything. And part of the problem is that while we are recording, I don't want to be like making everyone listen to us Google shit. Like when I'm editing, I take out a lot of typing and noise, and I like we found the result. Here it is. We are not actually that fast in real life. I just take it out of the file, but we don't want to spend a lot of time Googling stuff when we're actually trying to, have a conversation. Well, then there's Malaraa.
Bless you, Malaraa.
Malaraa is amazing. Malaraa, it turns out, saw the post about romance soundtracks and me saying, like, have you heard of these? Do you know where they are? Can we find them? Hadn't even listened to the episode and found some samples. This is a wild ride. And Malaraa, we cannot thank you enough for making this like possible.
Internet archaeology.
Yes, it is
Malaraa
exactly
did.
that. It is precisely that. Okay, so I have here 4 clips from the romance soundtracks. There's samples. Malaraa found the website for romance soundtracks on the Wayback Machine. Okay. And on the Wayback Machine capture, there are 4 samples. But then, because Malaraa is a seriously good internet archaeologist, found the music elsewhere and found most of one of them was emerald passions. She found, excuse me, it's just one passion. It is not a plural passion. It is just a singular passion, emerald passion.
Just get the one.
Malaraa found pretty much that whole album. So if you want to listen to it, I've got a link. It's under a different title, but I will share it with you. So I thought that what we would do today, I have the 4 samples. I have downloaded them for safekeeping. That's the other thing about doing these issues, these episodes. The minute I find a good image of one of the old covers, I grab it and save it because it's going to disappear.
It's going to disappear. Like some of these old issues that we do, it's like Amazon barely has any record. Some of these books.
Yeah, some of these books don't have any internet footprint at all. So
no.
I'm loving saving these little bits. My computer hard drive is going to be some kind of weird internet museum of romance history. But we have samples from 2 albums. Now I am going to send you a link.
Okay.
It's Internet Archive, so it might take a second to render. I just put it in the podcast channel. So I'm going to send you a link. We have 2 clips from Bliss, Contemporary Romance, and 2 clips from Edge of Midnight, Romantic Suspense.
Okay.
So your idea was that we would play them and you would try to guess which one they were from.
But you just told me.
Well, there's 2 from each, so you have to guess which one is which.
Oh, okay. So Contemporary and Romantic Suspense were the 2, right?
So if you have loaded the Internet Archive page, the Wayback Machine page, would you read the summary for Bliss, Contemporary Romance? I also want to know if these are actual romance covers because some of these are pretty great.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, Bliss is like the image that goes along with it is a man and woman like kissing on what I'm assuming is like a small town, like main street. There's like a little like fenced walkway and flowers.
Yeah, some wrought iron. It's very city.
Yeah. So the description for Bliss stirs your senses with a symphony of today's sounds that capture and match the mood of the moment. Love and lust, pleasure and pain, struggle and surrender. As you read, you'll become immersed far more deeply into these emotions than your imagine alone has ever taken you. Yeah, than your imagine alone has ever taken you.
Yeah. So basically, you're supposed to listen to these soundtracks while you read this genre, and the music is going to help you have a more immersive experience?
I guess.
Okay.
And then, do you want me to read Edge of Midnight?
Please read Edge of Midnight.
Okay. Edge of Midnight is romantic suspense.
Is he naked? Oh my God.
He looks nude, for sure. He looks nude, but maybe he's wearing pants that blend into his body?
You know how you see people who are white and they are wearing beige leggings and you glance away and you think they don't have pants on for a minute? This guy looks like he is full on naked.
It looks like I
just need you guys to know we record on Zoom, then the both of us have our noses like 5 inches away from the camera, trying to see if this guy is naked.
We're squinting and like getting very close. They look like they're in an abandoned mine shaft?
There's some kind of ghostly smoke coming out, like somebody farted and it's taking off.
There's like scaffolding, and they're just like looking. They're like embracing, but looking in the same direction. And then the description for Edge of Midnight. With each turn of the page, Edge of Midnight causes your imagination to run wild in the uncertainty of that which is, or perhaps is not, about to happen. The melodic pendulum of mood can swing from dark and desperate to strongly sensual. Edge of Midnight is the perfect accompaniment when suspicion runs rampant and adventure abounds.
So I just did a cursory image search to see if I could find...
Did you find it?
No, I just found all of my own files on smartbitchestrashybooks.com because apparently I am now the repository for romance soundtracks. Oh, man. Wow. So we have 4 clips, 2 from Bliss and 2 from Edge of Midnight. And what I'm going to do is, I think they're minute and a half, maybe at the most.
Okay.
We're going to play them. You're going to try to guess which one. You got a 50-50 shot. So we're going to try to guess which one goes with which.
Have you listened to these already?
I have listened to a very small amount of them as I downloaded them to make sure that the quality was worth it.
I don't know what to expect in terms of like quality.
So one of the things that Malaraa found was that these are by Tremel Starks and the Taliesin Orchestra. And, you know, I won't spoil it. I'll tell you this part after because this will give away some of the genre. I'm going to send it to you in the Slack. And then we will press play
together.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. So I am going to send you clip number 1.
It's like when you and a friend would watch movies long distance and you have to be like, okay, on the count of 3, we're both going to hit play.
Yeah.
Okay. I have received it.
Okay. Are you ready?
Okay. Yes.
1, 2, 3, go.
I have tears.
When we got to the tinkling bells, I lost it. I need a tissue. I'm cry laughing. Oh my God.
What in the Enya was that?
That was like Chariots of Fire and Enya had a baby.
Exactly I was like, someone is
we're both getting tissues
on a horse. Someone is riding a horse on a bee.
Oh God, we're both crying. You know, Clay told me in the Discord that sometimes they listen while their 16-year-old is in the car. And the 16-year-old would like look up the authors in the books and be like, what is this? I imagine them in the car just frigging howling at this music. Oh my goodness. Hello, Clay's child. Welcome.
Lots of like breathy woman sounds.
There's a lot of mouth yodeling. And then they got to the chimes. Oh my God.
That's gotta be contemporary.
That is correct. That is bliss.
Oh.
That is whispers. But that wasn't any whispering. That was just moaning. That was like when Fabio wanted to croon to you. There was more crooning. Why is there crooning?
Yeah,
there'd be crooning
and like cooing. But it's very Chariots of Fire. Like I was imagining a beautiful horse on a beach just running down.
Oh my God, I'm dying. I'm going to have to clean my glasses now. Okay. Wow. All right. This is amazing.
It reminds me of that commercial, that 90s infomercial of Pure Moods.
I fucking loved that CD. There was the Indigenous American chat. Hi-yo, hi-yo, hi-yo. And then there was that one where they were like making noises about the Marquis de Sade. Do Sade. Dis-moi. Do. Yeah. Oh yeah. I loved the Pure Moods CD. I've listened.
Gives me Pure Moods vibes for sure.
Were you aware of music at the time when everyone was super into like Gregorian chant? That was a whole thing.
No, but one of my very favorite Tumblr posts that I think I have bookmarked is like it's like monks singing or like Gregorian chants that plays, and all it is a collage of photos of whale sharks with their mouth open. I see if I can find it. I feel like I have it bookmarked so I can always revisit it.
That was only the first clip and I'm a mess. Okay. This is really fun. I hope you're all enjoying this. I'm going to have to edit out so much sniffling and nose noises. All right. Are you ready for clip 2? This is 42 seconds.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. I sent it to you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. I'm bored.
Ooh, this gives gives me X-Files soundtrack vibes.
So do you
There's
want
like rising tension there.
Yep. Tinkly piano.
Yeah. I would say suspense. Like I said, it gave me like the transition music you'd hear in the X-Files.
Ooh. I am sorry to report that was Bliss, which means I've given away the other two, so now you know what they're from. Should have thought that out in advance. My bad. But yeah, that was Intimate Interlude. That was boring. I much prefer the mouth noises. All right, are you ready to hear from Edge of Midnight? So I spoiled my own surprise. Good job, Sarah. Working real hard over here.
I can't imagine I don't know what to expect now.
I don't know what to expect from these either, but you could try to guess which one is Mysterial Magic and which one is Shadows of Desire. So I have information about this whole thing, and then I have more music. Okay. So don't worry, there's more. But I have just sent, well, I forgot to hit send, but now I've just sent.
Okay.
Clip 3. You ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go. Nothing about this says suspense to me. That was very violin.
Sad.
That was very mopey.
Very sad.
That was like somebody just died and there's like little motes floating in the sun.
Boo.
Yeah.
Didn't like that one.
That was not very suspenseful. It was very violin-y. I should make my older child, who is a student of music, listen to these. He'd be like, "Oh, Mom, what is this?" I'm kind of bummed that there are no samples of Somewhere in Menace, Exotic Local. I guess that's supposed to be locale, but there's no Somewhere in Venice. Like, what is it going to be, like water sound and some like bird noises, like water hitting the hull? Okay. So here is our last clip. This is clip 4. All right, here we go. Sending it. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what happens.
Also some like water noises.
That was swimming music. That was like we're underwater and our hair is floating around.
Yeah. Neither of these were suspenseful.
No, there wasn't even like a drum. Like I was expecting like do 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 do. No. It's weird. Like, how is this supposed to accentuate my reading experience?
These were bad.
Yeah.
I didn't like these.
So Malaraa also found that Emerald Passion, as the author paints each page with descriptions of the lush landscapes of the Highlands, by the way. Are there Highlands in Ireland? I thought they were in Scotland. Emerald Passion frames these tapestries of romantic tale and tradition with a myriad of faint melodies in the distance. So maybe this is supposed to be, I don't know, people usually describe Ireland as Emerald Isle, but Highlands is in Scotland. So it's just, it's up there. It's up north where it's cold and there's midges. This entire
all together, I guess.
Yeah, this entire album is available as Scenic Soundscapes Ireland. Now there are all of the tracks are here. I will include a link in the description so that you can see. I will send you a link to the music on YouTube. Let us select two to play. Now, one of them has 4.2 thousand plays, and one of them has 1.3 thousand, and the rest have between 650 and one of them only has 247 plays. No one likes that one. Mostly between like 2, 6, and 900 plays, and then a couple of them are over 1,000. Which do you think we should sample?
I feel like we should do the highest one and the lowest one.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, a play. Stop there. That was whoever had to audition had to answer the question. So how is your wah sound?
So the actual instrumental part, lovely, fine.
Great.
The singing would distract me from my reading too much.
Oh,
like
I don't listen to anything with lyrics or voice noises. Nope.
I would be like, nope, now I can't read. There goes my reading.
Yep.
I'm done.
Someone's making wah-wah noises. So that's the most popular.
That's the most popular one.
That was really tickling my brain because I felt like it was a mix of Greensleeves and an old song by Nickel Creek that is just on the edge of my consciousness. Sober Girl.
Say Nickelback for a second.
No, it reminds me of Nickelback. No, there's a song from Nickel Creek called Sober Girl and also Greensleeves. It's like those two songs. Every like 4 sets of notes, I'd be like, oh, it's not that song. Oh, it's not that song. It reminds me of a whole bunch of other songs, which is not a knock against it. It was just like really, I would not be able to read through that because I would be trying to identify which song it was because it sounded familiar for a second.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So what's the other one that we're going to play?
So the other one, the one that has the least amount of plays,
yes,
247.
Yes.
It's called Arrival of Love.
Ooh. All right. Shall we hit play?
I know.
All right.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, there we go. This one's good so far. I don't know what these people are talking about. Liked that one.
I liked that one a lot. I feel bad that it's not popular on this album because that was way more interesting than the other one.
I was also expecting with that buildup for it to have like throat singing.
Oh.
Like that buzzy, like throat singing. Yeah. But no, we still got another lady doing woos. But that was cooler.
That was
than
cooler.
The others.
That was cooler. Okay, so here's the cool thing that Malaraa found. There's a artist named Trove Starks, who is one of the artists who did a lot of this music, according to what Malaraa found. Trove Starks did all the music for the Weather Channel in 1995.
Shut up.
And they used Trove Starks music till about 2000. Although they did mix in other artists. There is a whole channel of Trove Starks music from the Weather Channel. And I have a link for you on Last FM.
It's so funny.
Music
that you
for the local forecast.
It's so weird that you brought this up because you said the one of the first ones we listened to felt like sort of this amalgamation of tunes that you already know.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was little and my mom was getting ready for work and she would have the Weather Channel and they would play that music, I would swear up and down that they were like instrumentals of popular songs, even though they weren't. So I wonder if this person just has like a really good ear for having music that sounds very similar to popular notes.
Yep. You're right. There are pieces of other songs that I think I identify and then it switches to something else. So on Last FM, there is an entire album. So according to what Malaraa found, this Tremel Starks composed a lot of the Weather Channel music and people started asking for it to be on CD. So there were limited edition music of the Weather Channel, CD 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there are YouTube playlists where if you look, I'll send you the link. If you look at the playlists, it's all like the Weather Channel music. Local forecast music.
Oh my God.
Yeah. For example, if you go to the Last FM page and play Smooth Sailing, number 7.
Oh my God.
It feels like time travel.
It does.
Yeah. Oh, right?
What is this person doing these days?
I don't know, but I kind of love that we went from romance soundtracks to music from the
Weather Channel.
Local on the 8s, baby. Like when I was sick, I would listen to the Weather Channel. Like if I had a really bad migraine, I would listen to the Weather Channel because it was always about the same. And this was old Weather Channel before they were like, we're going to chase a tornado and we're going to spank it. And like before they got like super reality TV, like the worst waves ever. And then you see like one piece of footage of a wave like 12 times. Before the Weather Channel got all loud and shouty about the weather, I used to listen to them when I had a migraine because it was like, hey, the weather's going to be 82 and here's Local on the 8s. Super chill music. It would like almost hypnotize me.
So I was curious about what Tremel Starks is up to now. So this is of last May 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Renowned recording artist, composer, and producer Tremel Starks of Atlanta has been named the Auburn University Department of Music's first full-time audio recording engineer, tasked with managing its $1 million world-class recording studio.
That's freaking awesome.
So yeah, apparently he's at Auburn University.
Oh, that's awesome. I hope that's a job with great benefits, my guy. That is amazing.
I have to imagine, though, the students coming into that studio, if like he drops his credentials of like, I was the Weather Channel music man.
I was the Local on the 8s guy, my man.
They're going to be like, what?
Let me see if I can get this one to play. I was going to play Sweet Meadow Dream, the 1.3 thousand from Scenic Soundscapes, Ireland. That sounds like all of those recordings you've ever sent me of medieval magical versions of pop songs.
Bardcore.
Bardcore. Thank you. I was like, there's a word for this. I can't remember. Bardcore. This is very bardcore.
Yes. Yeah. It's got like the plucky little strings.
Yeah.
A little bit flute.
Yeah, that's definitely lutey. It's very lutular. I cannot believe that we found an ad on the back of RT magazine and it led
what a journey.
And Malaraa led us to the Local on the 8s guy. Is there any other Weather Channel music on this Last FM page that you want to play? Jamaican Jam?
Some of these titles are awful. But like, I feel like this is going to be some long lost trivia question of like, who was the famous composer who wrote the Weather Channel music between 1995 and whatever? Like, make sure you tell Adam about this, considering Adam loves a bar trivia. He's got to have this in his back pocket for something.
I told you that Adam is in a podcast trivia tournament, right?
No.
Okay, he is part of a podcast trivia tournament. And I don't remember the name of the show. I will get the name. Actually, you know what? He's still at his desk. What is the name of the podcast tourney you're in? So basically they have, I think it's 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and then like 6 categories. So you pick a category and then they roll a dice to tell you which decade the question will be from. So if you're in their Patreon, you get to be in the tournament. And he was a new entry because he just joined, and they put him up against the number 1 seed, and he was the 16 seed, and he won. So he made it to the next round. Throwback Trivia Takedown is the name of the podcast. If you listen, you'll hear my fine husband, Adam, but he's recording again. So I'm going to have to be like, okay, you need to be prepared. I've got Weather Channel trivia for you. Yeah, this is their annual Patreon tournament. So he's in I think he's won 2 rounds. So he's in the quarterfinals, I guess that would be. I forget how tournaments work. I used to run a tournament. Do I remember? No, I do not. But yeah.
Speaking of tournaments,
tell me.
Someone at the office mentioned this thing called Music League.
Ooh.
And it sounds really cool. I can send you a link when I'm at my other desk. But you pick how many rounds and you come up with categories like cover songs or like saxophone or whatever.
Right.
And so during the beginning round, everyone submits a song for this theme. And then once the submissions are done, everybody gets this playlist that's generated from all of the songs that people submitted, but you don't know who submitted what.
Oh.
And so you all listen to the playlist, you can make comments on the playlist, but you vote at which song matches the theme the best.
Oh.
And then afterwards, it's revealed of who picked what, who voted for what.
Oh.
Comments made. And then it goes on for however many rounds you determine until there's a winner of who has picked the best songs that match with the themes that you've written.
That's cool.
It seems very cool.
If we were going to Music League this music, I would say that the Emerald Passion Celtic Romance, which is now on YouTube as Scenic Soundscapes Ireland, is probably best fitting the brief because really the 2 songs from Bliss Contemporary and Edge of Midnight Romantic Suspense were, one of them sounded like Chariots of Fire and Running on the Beach, and neither of the other 2 sounded particularly, suspenseful. Or whether or not you're standing naked in a pipe factory.
I expected more tension or something from the romantic suspense ones, but they were pretty lackluster.
Do you listen to music when you read?
No. I'm a crazy person in that when I do work and when I read, I need background noise, but it has to be people talking. I put a YouTube video on or something, some random YouTube video. I don't listen to music. I don't do silence. It has to be innocuous talking, like a video game player that I follow, doing a let's play or a commentary channel reviewing some TV show that they watch or whatever. But no, I have voices.
Oh, that's so funny because I'm the exact opposite. I want none voices. The thing that I listen to most when I'm reading or I want to relax, I notice that it soothes what I call the sort of distracted Jack Russell Terrier part of my brain. No words, no talking, certainly no vocals, not even the ooh, woo, woo, woo sounds. I can't even do that. I listen to a lot of lo-fi hip hop because the scratchy lo-fi noise and then the beat is very soothing to me. But the thing that I've discovered is this bald guy named Malta Martin who does handpan music. Have you ever heard this?
I know what handpan is.
I'm going to hit play. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
This is perfect for me for reading. Like if I was going to be immersed in a soundtrack, it would be something like this with this sort of continued low note tone. Also, I could read the weather over this.
Yeah.
The weather today is going to be hot, sunny, humid, high of 87. We'll have showers tonight. Tomorrow is a chance of thunderstorm.
I need talking because I can't be alone with my thoughts. That's like what it comes. I can't be alone with my thoughts, and music doesn't distract me enough. Music usually triggers like boredom for me.
Oh, that's interesting.
And the music that I listen to, like personally, is like heavy metal music, lots of screaming and heavy drum. Yeah, I'm going to like a German heavy metal concert in like 2 weeks.
You have earbuds or earplugs, right?
No.
Please wear earplugs and protect your hearing.
But I have a concert this Sunday for a band that has like the 20th anniversary of their first CD, which makes me feel old. And then a German heavy metal concert afterwards. But my music is usually very loud, lots of drums, lots of screaming, not conducive to like just relaxing. But Brian is the opposite. Brian loves like a soft female vocalist and a little jangly guitar. So Brian is not going to the heavy metal concert with me. One of my friends at work is going. But yeah, so even if I chose my own music,
it would not be this. I have a lot of instrumentals that I listen to. There was one YouTube playlist that I'll have to go find. And I think you might have been the person who helped me find it. It was an image of like a medieval magical market, but the person in the stall is a cat and there's crystals all over the place.
It sounds familiar.
But it's like medieval market or something like that. And it's fantasy market music. But like, oh yeah, I found it. Medieval fantasy music. It's very bardcore.
Yeah.
I just sent you the link though, so you can see the illustration. There's like this cat selling crystals and shit. It's very romantic-y without the Roma. But yeah, I will listen to that type of thing when I want to relax or when I'm reading or whatever. But when I'm doing a task, like if I'm cross-stitching or I'm sewing, I'm almost always listening to a podcast or an audiobook. That's when I want someone to tell me a story because I'm doing a semi-monotonous task and I have the brain to listen. Or when I'm driving, I love listening to an audiobook. I had to go to the airport yesterday to pick up Adam and my older child. And I was driving to Baltimore in rush hour, so that's like 45 minutes. I had just enough time for one of the Miss Marple stories from the Marple anthology I'm listening to. It finished and solved just as I hit arrivals. I was like, yes, I don't have to wonder what happened. I know exactly what happened. But otherwise, if I'm reading and I want to focus on that, it has to be instrumental. I can't have any screaming or talking or woo, 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 woo noises. But thank you, Malaraa.
Thank you, Malaraa.
Thank you, Malaraa. I can't believe that you found these. It's really incredible. And it led us to Local on the Eights music, which is
thought they were like lost to the sands of time.
Nope.
Sure.
Well, now I have the samples and I have this YouTube album of Scenic Scapes from Ireland. I wonder if we will, if I ever find like a used CD store, I'm going to seriously start looking for the romance soundtracks. If I find one, do I own a CD player? No, I do not. But will I look for these on CD? Oh, yes. I bet they're on cassette. I bet they're so old they're on cassette. But thank you, Malaraa.
Thank you.
You're amazing. And that brings us to the end of this week's episode. Thank you again so much to Malaraa. I will have links to all of the places where we found the music. I will share pictures and I will make sure you have all of the playlists. And, I would love to know what you like to listen to when you read. And is it any of this? Are you listening to Emerald Passion, which is now online as Ireland Scenic Soundscapes? Tell me, what lutes? Mouth noises, moaning? Does Fabio croon to you when you read? I need to know all about it. Please tell me in the comments, tell me on the Patreon page, yell at me on the social media. I just want to know, what do you listen to when you read? This was so much fun. I had the best time. Thank you so much, Malaraa. As always, I end every episode with a terrible joke. And this week's joke is from Bull. Thank you, Bull. What is better than a battery? What's better than a battery? A goodery. A goodery. On behalf of everyone here, we wish you the very best of reading. We hope it's very goodery, as is your weekend. And we will see you back here next week Smart Podcast Trashy Books is part of the Frolic Podcast Network. You can find more outstanding podcasts to subscribe to at frolic.media/podcasts.